Hello everyone, it's a couple weeks before Christmas, so we have a couple more products to talk about to get in for your last minute shopping. Let's see what we've got for this week. This might look familiar to some of you. Some of you might remember probably a couple weeks ago, probably a couple months ago, we did a video with this. This is a motorized slide potentiometer. However, this one is a little bit different than the one that we had before. This one is actually a linear taper. The other one turned out to actually be an audio taper, which is useful in audio applications, but if you're looking for using this as a linear motor or something along those lines, you're going to want a linear taper to the potentiometer. Now, for some of you might be wondering, what is a linear taper? What is an audio taper? Well, quite simply, you have a potentiometer. When it goes from one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum, the resistance changes. The taper is the profile in which that resistance changes. A linear will be linear. It will change linearly, proportionately as it goes up. An audio taper is a little bit more logarithmic, so it changes a little bit more like that. So it changes a little bit, more. So we have the two different tapers of these. They are identical in every way except for the taper on the potentiometers. So we've got a shield this week. Now this shield is a little different than all the other shields that we carry. This is the go-between shield from Mayhew Labs. The interesting thing about this shield is it actually allows you to use other shields. The shield itself inherently does nothing. All it does is goes between two different shields. Why would you want that? Well, let's say you have two different shields that you want to use together, but they both use digital pin 8 or something. With this shield, you can actually reassign where those pins are. If you look at it, on the bottom, we have surface mount headers, and on the top, we also have surface mount headers. So these headers do not actually connect directly through, they connect into this little matrix here in the middle. And what you can do is, using these little solder pads, you can say, I want pin 8 for this shield to actually go on pin 9. So if you have two shields that share the same pin, you can actually redirect them. So you would use this as a go-between in between two different shields, and now you don't have conflicts with your shields trying to share the same pin. So pretty cool and pretty useful. So some of you might remember the GP2106 module that we had a couple weeks ago. This was the tiny little GPS module that you can embed into anything. It is really small and it has this nice little ribbon cable that you can't possibly solder to. So we have a breakout board for it. And of course, the breakout board is very, very small. So the breakout board has these two little mounting holes and breaks out all the pins nicely labeled. And all that you do is just pop that ribbon right into the connector, close it, and you're good to go. These connectors have this little latch, which is going to be very difficult to see in the video, but it has a little latch that lifts up and pushes down. So all you're going to do is insert this ribbon into it, push that little latch down, and that's going to lock it in place. So if you're looking to use the GP2106, I'm not sure how you're going to use it without the matching breakout board. If you can, you're much better solderer than we are. So check it out. And here we've got a new product from Mbed. Mbed is a company that uses ARM processors to make these nice, convenient little prototyping boards. This is their new M0, which is kind of a little bit of a stripped down and cheaper version of their M3. It is a nice form factor. It's kind of this dip style board that you could plug directly into a breadboard. Has a lot of features. It has less features than the M3, but it still does a lot of different things. The other nice thing about Mbed that we really like is they have a lot of documentation, a lot of examples, and a lot of videos on their website. If you go to different products on our website, you'll actually see Mbed examples on a lot of them. So if there's a particular accelerometer, sensor, whatever else you're trying to use, check out the page. There might be an Mbed example on there. Mbed kind of has their own little programming environment and everything like that. So check these guys out if you're looking for maybe a little bit different alternative to an Arduino or something a little bit more powerful, or if you're looking to get into ARM processors, definitely check out the M0 and check out their other M3. So there you have it, another Friday new product post. You've still got a little bit of time to get in your last minute Christmas shopping, and we will have a nice video for you next week right before Christmas. So check out the slide potentiometer, check out the GPS, check out the Mbed, and check out the go-between shield. We'll see you again next week with another Friday new product post.